I didn't even bother writing down notes for this film because after that opening scene that is in every single horror Hollywood film ever, we finally get to see our main characters, our group of folks that are going on this mission. I can safely tell you that, yes, it is your stereotypical trash horror Hollywood film that we've seen a million times before.
Up the road, that's where people get into trouble.
I do feel kind of bad with that opening because I love the director here, David F. Sandberg, who has directed a couple films that you've definitely seen before, who released that horror short Lights Out, which then got picked up by a studio and he was able to produce a feature-length film out of it. I've listened to interviews, podcasts, and the videos that he makes on his YouTube channel, and he honestly seems like a really fucking awesome guy. I mean, holy shit, that guy talks about things that happens behind the scenes on film productions. He has a YouTube video talking about budget options. He really is someone who's trying to help aspiring filmmakers. And if you by chance, David F. Sandberg, see this video, I just want you to know that I fucking love you, man. I respect your work, and I can very clearly tell that a lot of the writing decisions were definitely not made by you because you're definitely a whole lot better than this movie. According to IMDb, there were 4 writers that worked on this screenplay, and somehow they created the most Hollywood-esque horror movie that we've seen a million times over and over again. Everything filled with cliches and stereotypes that we've been complaining about for years. And having heard everything you've expressed about what happened behind the scenes and the screenplay with Lights Out, I don't blame you at all with what happened with this movie. It's very clear that this film does not deserve the talent of David F. Sandberg. In case some of y'all out there don't know, Until Dawn is originally a game that came out in 2015 that is sort of like an interactive movie. Like the Telltale games Walking Dead, Until Dawn is about a series of choices that you make that will either have positives, benefits, consequences, and you have to live with those actions, those choices that you make. The game takes place at a lodge in the mountains during the winter season, and it's about a group of friends trying to survive from wendigos. But in this adaptation that did not involve the original studio that worked on the game, Supermassive Games, we follow a group of young adults that continuously make ridiculous and stupid decisions that get them killed or hurt or whatever. It's not at some lodge in the mountains during the winter, and it's not about wendigos going after them. This film was produced by Screen Gems and PlayStation Productions and is very clearly a ripoff of that one movie called A Cabin in the Woods. That 2011 horror comedy film that was purposely ripping off other horror movies and throwing it onto here in the most ridiculous way possible, and it was awesome. Now you may think that The Cabin in the Woods is just a total ripoff of the Scary Movie franchise, but no. You couldn't be more wrong. It doesn't go that over the top with its comedy. It manages to stand on its own by actually having a genuinely interesting plot and storyline, all the while being horrifying and funny and making fun of all the cliches and stereotypes that we've seen a million times in so many movies that we have all referenced all these years. If you're thinking about going to watch Until Dawn in theaters, don't waste your fucking time. Just get your homies, go to someone's place, and turn up The Cabin in the Woods. You're gonna have a much better time. Of course, as you may already know from the Until Dawn trailers, we follow a group of young adult idiots who are currently trapped in a time loop. Every time they're killed, they respawn at the same point and the clock starts ticking once again. They need to figure out how to survive the night, but each time they die, there is a new creature, monster, thing, whatever that's gonna go after them. But they can only die so many times before they start going insane, so they have to figure out how to survive until dawn. And like with every single garbage horror Hollywood film, there is a character that literally says that says the title of this movie, and I didn't give a fuck. I was just giggling almost throughout this entire movie because of how fucking stupid every single fucking character is. Everything that happens in this movie is completely predictable. Well, besides a few deaths that were pretty unexpected and kind of awesome. But for the most part, if you've seen a lot of horror movies, you know exactly where this one is gonna go. I didn't really care about any of the characters. As a matter of fact, I was kind of enjoying myself at how much of a stereotype each and every single one of these characters were. The writers really did just check off the boxes. You know, you got the one that's kind of psychic, that's the spiritual energy bitch. You've got the main character who is kind of a dumbass but also has plot armor, so you know how that goes. You've got the ex-boyfriend that wants to try to reignite the flames with the main chick, so he'll basically simp for her and do anything for her because he just wants her to ride his dick one last time. And then you have the couple in this group, the chick being the emo goth girl that has issues that every guy can fix, and the boyfriend who's sort of like the bad boy, and I mean that in both a metaphorical and literal sense. This movie literally checks every single box of a terrible horror movie. You can see every single jump scare from a mile away. Everything is silent and quiet, and then boom! Oh my god, really loud sounds to help with whatever that was happening on screen. How are you not laughing at this movie? I was laughing at this movie. My brother and my friend who were watching it with me, we were just fucking chuckling our asses off at how stupid the development of this film is. I'm not gonna stand here and pretend like every single jump scare was total trash. I mean, you could see that David F. Sandberg was trying to save this movie with some pretty good, genuine ideas. But this movie is just filled with so many ridiculously stupid things that I just didn't give a single fuck. And when they got to like the 10th or 13th night, there was not anything new. I thought we were supposed to be seeing some more crazier shit, but they kind of just relied upon the same motherfuckers to going after to kill our main characters. It was just not that fun. This movie should have just committed to more of the over-the-top deaths. I mean, there is a lot of fun to be had here. But I relent. This movie is just trying so goddamn hard to be taken serious that I just couldn't help but feel like I was wasting my time watching a movie that could have been so much better. So yeah, don't waste your time on this movie. Just go and play the game that came out 10 years ago. That one is actually good. And it's even hinted at the end of the film that they are potentially going to make a sequel that follows the game. I just don't understand why they didn't just follow the game. Like, the game was pretty successful, even if the story was kind of cheesy and cliche. It was a lot of fun. And the game does not feature all these different kinds of killers and ghosts and shit. It is simply about a group of people trying to survive the night against Wendigos. This movie does have Wendigos, but they are not as cool as they are in the game. I just don't get it. Who thought it was a good idea to make a prequel? Why? Why? Alright, that's enough of me. Sorry for being so goddamn repetitive. I'll catch you guys next time.